sip and say, you know, Kauffie, Kauffie Company, yeah, oh yeah, it's the Kauffie Company. Whoa, it's the Kauffie Company. Whoa, Kauffie,
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. It is the Kauffie Company. It is Friday, the 30th of May, and it is a very warm 23 degrees centigrade with a high of 24 today. It is a lovely sunny day. Spurs are still European champions. We're here. It's Feel Good Friday. We're having a very relaxing day today. We're going to have a good chat, and we'll probably try and have a good chat, and we'll end up going on a massive tangent like we always like to do. But welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. In the studio, we are joined by the arm of Graham, who's having his lunch, but soon there will be an arm in this vicinity here. It won't be the arm of Will. It will be the arm of Graham returning to his spot, and we're going to have a good day. But without further ado, there are 11 of you in the audience, so please say hello, all 11 of you that are watching. Make sure if you are new here, you are liking and subscribing. We've got loads of things planned, and we've got a company to build. But without further ado, let's see who's in the house to take us through the show. Let's see who's here. We have the Spurs diehards, TTID, Mr. Adrian Schroker. Good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. We've got the sheriffs in the house. Good to see you, Sheriff. Oh, yeah, forgot. Adrian, European champion, my friend. European champion. We have the Sheriff, YouTube member, and, of course, European champion. We have Ian Ferguson's in the house. European champion, YouTube member. We're going to be joined by Mr. Brian Daigle as well. He has just said he is joining us, so we will be joined by the Brian Daigle. But good to see you, Ian. Hopefully you're well. We have Angus. Good to see you, buddy. Second place in the Premier League. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. We have Cantabs in the house, European champion. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. We have Finn going, buongiorno. Good to see you, Finn. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you, European champion. Hopefully you're well. We got big up the arm of Graham from the Sheriff. We have Kudos in the house, European champion. Have you still watched your episode? I watched the next two episodes. They've only released 2 of them. I want to watch all 4 episodes of Clarkson's Farm. But who knows? Afternoon all at Abercrombie Wembley 1, European champion. Just think a weekend ahead where we know Spurs won't lose. Indeed. We're on the beach. We're in Ibiza. We're having a relax. We're having a good time. We've got a pina colada ready. We're going to have a good day. We have Angus is in the house that says, looks like we're in talks with Cesco, and that's 180 million. It's 180 million euro. You're not buying both of them. You don't have 180 million euros. Pick one. One or t'other. We have Kudos saying, hands up if you're a European champion. I'm putting Graham's putting his arm up. We're a European. Everyone put your arms up. Good to see you. Hands up. Bags up. Pepsi's up. Good to see ya. Yeah, hands up. Everyone put your arms up. Cantabs put his hands up. Good to hear. Why are they just are. They just are. It makes me... we have Colin Crossamano's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. European champion. Also double winner. Colin Cross saw the double. He's a double winner as well. We have Henry Fong TV. Good to see you. They are indeed. They don't have the money. We have Stu Boy. Good to see you, buddy. Saying afternoon, Ben, Graham, and everyone in chat. YouTube member, European champion. Good to see you. I'll be in Weymouth tomorrow with Nige, but not on the beach. Good to hear. Well, hopefully you're well. Why not be greedy? PSR. We have Marios in that chat. European champion. Arms up. We have Swifties in the house. 1-1. They just scored. Yeah, but you don't get all that in a year, mate. You don't get all that in a year. This is silly now, Angus. Or drill symptoms. No, I'm happy. I'm happy. We're happy, aren't we? We're happy. We're chilled out. We're chilled out. Clubs leaving us in their wake again, getting deals done early. It's because there's the Club World Cup. It's the Club World Cup. It happened in a couple of weeks. Don't be surprised if we do. Like, who's your dream signing, Graham?
I'd like to see Osman.
You see Osman?
Yeah.
Hmm.
We need a proper centre.
See, I'm different from you. My dream signing is Eberechi Eze. And apparently we're in talks. I've heard. It's only a rumour. That's my dream signing, everyone. My dream signing is Eberechi Eze. I'm desperate for either Eze or my second dream signing is Jack Grealish. I'd love to have Jack Grealish at Spurs. Firstly, because the after parties will be even better. Because not only you have Madders as the CEO of the after party, you have the COO of the after party. I think Grealish is a player that we could really do. Especially as a sort of a replacement for Sonny now. He had something different to Sonny as well. So I would really like Jack Grealish at Spurs. Personally. Weymouth is fab, and where we got Graham Roberts from? Yes, we did. We did. No big player is joining. Oh, bore off, Angus. Bore off. Big up to the arm and the whole of Graham. Dream signing Graham as chairman. You're wanted. You're wanted. You're a shareholder. You're wanted. I still have that warm glow inside, and the afterglow will carry through next season. Have you done your season ticket yet, sir? When was the Oh, is this that I've done mine. But yes, my season ticket is done. Eze for me. I'm still wanting Paulo Dybala. He's too old now. I would love Eze. Jack Grealish in a less rigid system. So that's another thing. I think in an Ange Postecoglou system, I think Jack Grealish would be really good. I think he would be really good. We did Colin. It's my local piss up. Big up. Don't like the truth. I do like the truth. You know I like the truth. You're just biased. Angus is the most biased football fan on the planet. We're all biased. He's the most biased fan. If we pay, we will get. Musselburgh playing in the East of Scotland League Cup final. Big up. Ben Davies off to Wrexham. Is that true? That'd be a brilliant signing. If Ben Davies got... He's a Swansea boy. By a coach. Maybe. That's a good idea, actually. I'd have him as a... you know what? I'd let Brian Mason leave Spurs and become the head coach of West Brom, which is what I've heard. And I'd put Ben Davies in his spot. That's what I would do. Good afternoon. Good to see a psycho teacher. Hopefully you're well. We got Daniel 90. Good to see her. Good to see her. Hopefully, when have you? We've paid plenty of times. Rather Semenyo than Semenyo's quality. Semenyo's quality. Davis out. Mason is off as well. I would happily stick Ben Davis in Ryan Mason's as a player coach role. I'd stick it. You could still do it. You've got to when you've won a trophy, which Arsenal fans don't know how to win a trophy. Facts. They don't know how to win a trophy. Not won in a while. When you've got experienced players that have won a trophy now, you keep them in the dressing room. The ones you can keep. Possibly, but as a coach, he knows those boys. He knows the club. I think he'd be a very good person to have around the dressing room. We don't know, Marios. We don't know. Mason out. I think Mason is going to West Brom. Just glad we finally got Werner off the books. Yep, he was stealing 11. Jared Bowen, I would love to. That's another dream signing. I'm having that as... But will Danny Dyer let him go?
Well, he's got no option in it, hasn't he? So...
He'll kill him, though. it would kill him. A Welsh Maldini must stay. We must rename Ben Davies to Ryan Mason for some continuity. Big up. Benjamin Tesco. Yes, I like that. Benjamin Tesco. Davies could go to Wrexham whilst Watt McKaiden for Derby. Come home, Ben. You are appreciated indeed. I'd like him to go back to Swansea. Ben Davies is in the new Deadpool. I like it. Stop that. Yeah. Stop acting like you won the chat. You don't know what that's like either, mate. You don't know what that's like either. Bore off, mate. About time that Mason left. He did. Yeah, wouldn't mind Paulinho. Paulinia's quality. Yeah. I think Levy's waiting for emotion to be over. He will sack him in the next 2 weeks. We don't know. We just do not know. But I'm having a coffee. You having a coffee? Ice ones. Ice ones all round. Ice ones all round. The choirs of Graham. That's the new one. The arm of Graham, the body, whole of Graham, the choir of Graham.
Good morning.
Okay, good to see you. We've been serenaded by the choir of Graham.
Is Graham here? Is Graham
Graham is here.
What's up,
is
Graham?
I'm making him a coffee.
Nice. How is Armour Graham? How is everyone?
We're good. We have a new member that I need to say thank you to. We're all doing good.
I'll do it for you. It's Jesse.
I know, Jesse. Everyone give a big up to Jesse, our lovely Jesse. Hopefully you're well, miss. Thank you so much for renewing your membership. It means a lot, miss. Hopefully you're doing well today, and thank you so much. And everyone give a big up to Jesse in the chat.
How is everyone in the chat? What's everyone been up to? What have you been up to, Ben?
We're making a coffee. And then we're chilling out. It's Feel Good Friday. I might have to bollock someone.
You might have to bollock someone?
Yeah.
Who, what, and why?
Because my bags and my coffee haven't arrived yet.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was Spurs related. I was trying to get the gossip.
No.
But, mate, honestly, the only YouTube show I've watched, only YouTube I've been on since the end of the season is you. So I have no idea what's content's out, what's going on, anything. And I'll tell you one thing, man, is it refreshing.
Indeed. And
Man,
Jesse has actually put in a bit of transfer news that we can talk about
I
now.
saw it just before I came on.
Brian, the
Sports,
nicest YouTuber, bigger.
brother.
Just remember, you're European champions. We
Damn
are,
right.
and
Damn
you are a champion of England and a champion of the championship. Double, two-time champion. Pick up Brian, the biggest Levianer.
Maris, you'll never see. There's so much wrong with that sentence. Mainly the final three words. The first three words, Maris, were lovely, and big up to you.
We have Ryan's in the house just going, oi!
Big up, brother.
Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that.
It's what it is.
Yes.
Mate, don't get me wrong. I've been very active on Twitter, as I usually am. Transfer buzzword and phrase bingo is up and running. The greatest one at the moment was, the two best ones is on Wednesday we were accelerating to speak to Rory Delap, just for it to be signed within 24 hours at Chelsea. And yesterday, which is a new entry has come in, people, for Xavi Simons. Tottenham are aggressively pushing.
That's a new one.
It is a new one, mate. I'm marking them all down. We have a new one. We are aggressively pushing, which we're either in labour or need more fibre in our diet. One of the two in buzzword bingo. So listen, I'm always having fun with buzzword bingo. It's the highlight of the summer and January.
Absolutely. And we've got Auntie Kate's in the house saying big up Benji and Brian.
Big up, Kate.
Which
Hello,
one
Jim.
are we doing? Are we doing Champions, Champions, ole, ole, ole? Or are we doing Johnson again, Johnson again, Johnson again, ole, ole, Johnson
Or because
again,
the league is, or because the Premier League has been reset, you could do 17th again, ole ole.
Oh no, absolutely
Mate,
not, Darwin.
Mate, I was having fun. Mate, listen, when we went 1-0 up against Brighton and Brentford went down and we went to 14th, the whole Scotland Yard was singing 14th again, ole ole. And then every time we moved down, we're like, oh Jesus, just got to have fun. Mate, listen, season's over, it's done. Have some fun with it. Obviously, everything needs to be addressed, but if we can't laugh at ourselves,
oh, absolutely.
And if you cannot enjoy the moment that we're in at the moment, as in what you're saying, European Champions, then it's just for me. I'm going to enjoy it.
Football's not for you, is it? If you can't enjoy it,
I'm going to enjoy it for as long as I bloody well can. You know, when you milk something till it's completely, you just keep going until this gets boring, which it never will. No, European Champions.
It's never as Graham. It's never boring at win.
Exactly. And if you saw Atlanta when we won it, Atalanta, put the tweet out and said, "We guess we best unpin this and pass the torch to Tottenham."
Yeah,
and that's it for a year. Enjoy it. European, yes, the league needs to get better, yada yada yada. But
it's not like someone can knock us out of the tournament and dethrone us as the champions. We've got until the next trophy is lifted. We are this.
It's like the World Cup. When you win the World Cup, no one can knock it away from you for 4 years, obviously. But until the last day, until the Europa League final next year, you can't knock it. Every single one that goes, "Are you European champion?" Done. Game over.
Indeed. But Jessie is putting a 5-month members chat saying, "Enjoy every minute of it. Champions, I will indeed."
Damn right.
Yeah, we can. We can. We can be Super Cup champions. We could be the actual champions.
Ian, that one, that concrete's already. Oh, that was a couple of days ago, mate. That was yesterday. We announced who are playing in the NFL on what dates. Last week, no, and Tottenham, when they announced, they're very clever. They announced the career game with Newcastle.
Yeah,
about 2 a.m. in the morning, your time, which obviously would have been peak career time and this time of the world to get it at like a normal time. So everyone woke up to that. But yeah, we've announced a concert, we've announced NFL, we've announced Newcastle in Hong Kong or Korea because we're the greenest team in the league. But yeah, going back to buzzword bingo, concrete has made a very strong start to the window.
I just hope it's the modern concrete and not that 70s concrete that's falling apart in schools all over England.
Mate, there were so many different steps to concrete last year. Concrete this, concrete that, or concrete a buzzword before and a buzzword up, mate. It's brilliant. It's gonna make a lot of fun for the summer.
It is absolutely gonna be hell. Yeah, it's the better version of the Audi Cup. What a load of nonsense. What a load of nonsense. Xavi Simons would greatly improve our midfield. I think he would as well.
He'd be a sensational buy.
But if you give me the option, Xavi Simons or Eberechi Eze, I'm calling Eberechi Eze. I want Eze at my football club. That's the guy I want.
I wanted to. When the summer we signed Maddison and the rumours were heating up with Maddison, I was with Ben, as in we are Tottenham TV, Ben. And we were having this big discussion, and I was saying, I love Eze. I'd rather him than Maddison because of his power and pace. I was the only, and I've not changed my mind. So I think Eze is an unbelievable player. And when you talk about like a flair player that we are dearly missing, that will take a mat, it's him. It's him. Congratulations.
You can absolutely sing 2,000 subs again at LA. Absolutely sing it.
I'd love Eze. And do you know what? You look at it. If we signed Eze, there won't be a bad word said about it. Everyone will be
No.
like, yes, that's it. That's more like it. That's
Gibbs
more like
White
it.
won't be coming to Spurs. As
Oh,
much as I love him.
well, do you know what? Mate, listen. With Ryan Cherky going,
Yeah.
listen, he's people will know my love for MGW. I love Morgan Gibbs White. I would love him at Tottenham Hotspur. I'd absolutely, if he came, which I doubt, I would go absolutely nuts. Sesko is Angus, £92 million it's been touted from what I'm hearing, which
It's a
A,
lot
we
of
won't
money
pay.
for Sesko.
A, won't pay. Yeah, everyone knows my feelings. If it came to a striker, there's only one man I want, and I wanted him last year. I hope he doesn't go to you lot, Angus, because I will go absolutely nuts if we miss the Bucharest boat.
No, Jokeres.
He's the man for me. For me,
You're interested in Jonathan David?
I have to say, page 15th in the league is right. What Simmons has apparently got a bit of an attitude problem.
Yeah.
I don't listen. I know he's a good player from what I've seen of him. I just haven't researched deeply into him. Yeah, that's the worry as well, Kate or Jim. I never know which one it is. You never know which one it is. Whenever I say, yeah, that's it. You're right, Kate. I'm like, well, what if it's Jim? What if it's Jim?
If it was Jim, he'd be like, "Come on, you fucking Spurs!"
Yeah, there is that.
It'd be Jim.
There is that.
But we got Tweaky's in the house. Good to see her. Good to see her, Tweaky. YouTube member, European champion. He's the cheaper option for €92 million. It's a lot of money. I don't know.
Yeah, Carl Walker-Peters, I guarantee, is such a done deal. Such a done deal.
You know what? He's homegrown.
But do you know what? If Spurs announced that as the first signing, like we did Werner last year, this is why, mate. Listen, like I said, if Ange stays, it's going to be toxic. If he goes, it's going to be toxic. Whoever comes in, it's going to be toxic unless it's recognised quality. Because you're going into the Champions League, and yes, Carl Walker-Peters is homegrown, play left or right, but when we need to sign Champions League players, because that's what getting in the Champions League does, and we can pay the wages. If you go inside Carl Walker-Peters, it's just like, there you go. But that's Champions League quality. But that deal will happen.
House. Hi, Leo. We're going to give him a fist bump. European champion, of course. Eze is homegrown, but he's not club trained. Whereas Carl Walker-Peters is club trained, which is he might as well not even be part of the squad he's club trained, so he's like a free hit really.
Yeah.
Siemens is good. I think Tell will be the first signing. He'll have a big react. I don't want Tell.
Do you know what it was? With Tell, I was speaking with Ben Daniel last night about this. If we hadn't qualified for the Champions League, so we'd lost the Europa, we're in no Europe, I would understand that signing. If they got it down for 35 million, because we won't be able to attract the top players or offer Champions League football, I would have understood it. And I do think in time, if we don't get it, we may live to regret it. I do think that. But now we're in Champions League. If it's 35 million or 50 million, whatever is being rumoured, I would much rather that go on a Champions League ready player.
Yeah. And
wages for an Eze or someone and say, right, we're invested in now, not tomorrow, and get him in. But
I was watching Shawnee Boy's short yesterday. Big up, Shawnee. He did a short about Leroy Sané. For me, that sounds like a brilliant deal. If we can get, because if you were going to buy Leroy Sané, you would have to pay 50 million. Then you would have to pay 300 grand a week. So for that free transfer, we can go hell for leather. And it would still be cheaper than doing a big transfer fee for someone like a Tell.
Yeah,
for me, it's a win-win.
Don't get me wrong. Sané ticks a lot of does tick a lot of boxes, but I can't see us paying the wages on a 29-year-old. Cardoza is going to Atletico Madrid.
It's still cheap. No transfer fee, Brian, and it's cheap.
No, I know that. I know, but look at who we're dealing with here. He does get injured a lot. And I don't listen. If he comes, I'll be happy. But I think, again, it's put it this way: if he wasn't free, would Tottenham Hotspur be looking at him?
Yeah.
If Tottenham Hotspur were, if he was available and not on a free, would Tottenham Hotspur be looking at him?
And
the
most
answer is absolutely
importantly,
not.
Aki, he's a right winger, not a left winger. We need a right winger.
Hey, listen, well, you just look at it. We've already got about 300 wingers,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, yes, Sane immediately goes to the top of the list, but then what do you do with the rest of them?
Goes straight in the team. He goes straight in the team as a Nkunku. Nkunku's more of a striker than a winger. Nkunku from Chelsea. Christopher Nkunku, French guy. He used to be good. Personally, I don't want Nkunku.
I don't want. Listen, first of all, when these come out, when are people going to realise that we do not do business with Chelsea and vice versa? We have gone for Shabalala, we have gone for Gallagher, and these are players Chelsea want out. Yeah. Chelsea want them out the club, and they still won't do business with them, and we will not meet their demands. If we go and get Nkunku, who has been injured a shitload of the time and hardly been able to get into the team, what is the point? It's more wasted money on the transfer market in my eyes. Listen, he could turn out to be, oh my God, he finds out to be the right. Why is it always us that are taking the risk on these kind of rejects that haven't been able to settle in the Premier League? Why do we keep doing this? Because
Adrian still hasn't given up on signing Dusan Vlahovic for Juventus. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. Maybe with Paratici there, he might be able to get a deal. I just don't think so. I don't think that's happening. Yes, I believe he is as well. I agree with you, Archer. But Sane is 300 grand a week. Sane will be 300 grand a week.
Listen, that's the other thing with the players that go and the wages we save and the wages we saved last year. Do we say, right, okay, we can now afford to pay the wages? We'll see. We'll see. I do. Do you know what? I love the three players Crossamano has just mentioned. I think they're all
good. Semenyo's good. Semenyo's very good. I don't see Bournemouth selling at this moment in time. Wages might go from 42% to 42.5. Who would I buy if we sold Romero?
We won't be signing anyone.
We need another centre back.
We won't though. We won't though. You're right and you're wrong, Ben. We need an elite centre back if he goes. We don't need another centre back because you got whether Ben Davies stays or go. Dragusin, you got Danso, you got Dorrington, you got Vuskovic, you got Phillips, you got. There won't be one coming, but if we could sign one, it would be Nkapie from.
He's left-sided, Aki. He's left-sided.
Yeah, but Danso's right-sided. Dragusin's right-sided. We need another left one.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
And Nkapie can play left back as well if needed.
I would prefer Guehi from Palace, but he's also got the injury record problem.
And he's already talking to Bayern Munich.
I would love Guehi.
Who's talking to? Just go and get him.
I know Jonathan Tah has just gone to Bayern Munich on a free transfer. So I doubt they'll go for a Guehi. They've got plenty of centre-backs at Bayern Munich at the moment.
But they'll certainly, if they bring in Guehi and Tah, what they'll do is they'll bring in the new ones first, then deal with getting rid of the people. Like a real club should do.
They've just sold Eric Dyer. So Tah is Eric Dyer's replacement. And I don't think that Kim will stay much longer. Kim is not getting in that team, and Upamenkano's not getting in that team as well. Vlahovic is Adrian's Leandro Tomau. Big up. It's Dyer's replacement. I think Jonathan Tah is quality. I would have had Tah at Spurs.
Yep.
I would have had Tah as a very good centre-back. Oh, no, Graham. Who would you like?
Me?
Yeah.
Guehi.
Yeah? I mean, I'd like
He will break away from everything.
Musiala and Wirtz in that team. No, Wirtz is going to Liverpool. Wirtz is going to Liverpool now. £103 million. No, Liverpool was apparently close to be signing Wirtz. Wirtz to Liverpool is a quality signing. That is a statement of intent that they're going to the Champions League this season. Esteve is good. Esteve is good. Not confirmed, but it's close. That is a very close deal, apparently.
Which one?
Florian Wirtz to Liverpool.
Yeah, that'll start moving.
That will start moving. That is
This is the champions who have just obviously who has just
they will sign Wirtz and then they will move on Darwin Núñez.
Mate, they're going to have Frimpong.
Yeah,
they're going to have Wirtz. They've lost Trent Alexander-Arnold. And they've obviously paid.
They've got 10 million for him now.
Yep,
so that's no longer a free transfer. They've got 10 million for him.
Yep, and this is the league champions.
Strength for the Club World Cup. Oh.
They're now strengthening from a place of strength. Who would have thought? Big up Hollywood.
We got Hollywood Phil. Good to see you, buddy.
The other one they've already moved on for, which I've seen as well. Brilliant player. Brilliant player.
Rosario are going to sign Aleko for Liz, so we're going to get him off the books, which is a good deal for us. Because
that was a great buy, wasn't it? That was a great investment.
Yeah. It certainly was. Certainly was. Get him off the books.
Do you know what? I actually feel really sorry for people like Valise. It's what we do. Bring these kids in because apparently they see something that he's going to fit into a system or whatever. Mainly, you see like the Chelseas, the Man Cities, the Liverpools, and other big clubs sign the real hot prospects from South America early and pay 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. Bring them in. And then we bring Alejo Valise in and just ship him off around Spain. And then go, do you know what? This might not work. Well, we'll get... the recruitment at this football club is just absolutely pathetic.
They all do it, Aki. They all do it. DM options: Edison, Joao Gomez, Douglas. I like Douglas Luiz. I think Douglas Luiz is a very good midfielder. Paulinho, Fratesi. I like Fratesi.
Adrian, you need to keep or take Cardoso off of your list. He's going to Atletico Madrid.
He's rejected.
He's done. He's done. You can take that one off the list and retire that name because he is not coming to Tottenham Hotspur. He's going to Atletico Madrid.
Really good. I'd love to have an Osman. You got Leo saying hello to Graham. They have Mamadashvili. Yes, Mamadashvili as well. You watch, we'll get Diblin from the Saints, for God's sake.
I would love him, Cantab. I would love him. Love him at Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, he's quality.
I think, Cantab, what you got to look at, obviously, if you base by the rumours, we're after Eze, Wharton and Guehi. And I don't think whether Crystal Palace sell all three is one thing. They certainly won't sell two of them to us. And if it was Eze or Wharton, I would still choose Eze. But that's personal. Sure. I mean, maybe Wharton would be better for what we need, but I just love Eberechi Eze.
Haven't heard any investment or takeover. It's not happening
because it's all bullshit.
Lewis Potter. Is Donnelly going to Norwich? It means we're going to be going to Norwich. We got to go to Norwich and see James Flower. James Flower has to pick us all up in his van. We all go to Norwich in the Flower mobile.
James would probably be able to sort out tickets seeing his kids at Norwich.
And also, Shawnee actually lives close. Sean lives close to Norwich, doesn't he?
No, Sean used to live. That's where Sean's from.
No, but that's where his parents live. That's where
his parents are. Yeah, his parents are. Put it this way, it'll be a lot easier for him to get there than it will be to Leyton Orient.
It's a shame. I'm still going to go to a few Leyton Orient games next year because I bloody loved it. I'd love to spend 80 million on Wharton. No, he's not good. I don't think Cardoso's good. Johnny Cardoso sounds like a mafioso rather than a footballer.
Do you know what I heard? A lot of people on Twitter saying the first half against Chelsea, he looked really good, but in the second half, he went completely, totally, and utterly missing.
We have Ryan G's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Saying we ain't selling Joao Gomez this summer. He's club captain for next season. Correct.
Oh, right. Don't worry. We'll go for him and we'll string it out for 6 weeks, knowing that we won't get him, just so it looks like at least we tried.
We have the number one Agambar in the world, who we want for the Super Cup final. Doesn't matter. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter. Play the clip.
Champions of Europe, you'll never see that.
We're going to do it anyway.
We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway.
Something inside so strong. Big up, Nick. We got the number one Agambar in the world is here somewhere. Good to see you, Chris.
He is indeed.
Kuba. Good to see you, buddy.
Hang on.
Big up all transfer talk, eh? Easy. Make a list of everyone you'd like to see and throw it in the toilet. And just work out whoever's cheap and easy to sign. You've got your list. Big up. Big up, Cooves. Big up. Can he take the entire... Yes, take the entire Man United quality. Yeah, it's Barry. We're going to do it anyway. Carl Walker-Peters will set the tone, won't it? Effing club.
Guarantees the first signing we announced.
Well, if we win the Super Cup, we'll run around with both of them.
Yeah.
I guarantee you can just see him being the first signing. You can just see him being the first signing.
Hollywood Phil is saying hello, Mr. Graham. Atletico Madrid have been linked with Romero, Benzema, and Cardoso, but have no money. They'll have some money somewhere. Al Hilal want to sign Bruno Fernandes. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Well, there was talk yesterday that the Saudi League looking at selling.
I'd have Bruno Fernandes. If they want to sell him, I'd have him. He is, but I'd have him at Spurs.
Have we done more running in the Europa League game, running after the referee?
2-1 Man United. Madrid saying Romero too expensive, as he should be. He's just won a bloody European Cup.
Well, no,
pay the money.
Apparently, Spurs have come out and said to even start talking, it's 70 mil.
Correct.
And obviously, the one thing I will say about Daniel in a positive light is when he sets the price for something, you ain't getting it lower. It's like literally just don't waste your time. But as I've said time and time again, and I'm going to stick to it, as a Spurs fan, I personally don't care what price we get for him because
we won't reinvest it.
Exactly. It's like whatever happens, if you think Spurs will go right there, like we did with Kyle Walker when we signed him for 50. If you think we're going to go sign a defender of that or a replacement of that class that costs the same amount of money, if not a bit more, we won't. And
after we won that trophy, Aki, he's 70 million up front and 20 million in add-ons if they win.
Yeah, but mate, again, it's irrelevant. Whatever. To me, it's absolutely irrelevant because any other normal club would invest that back into the team and get a player. If you lose a very, very big piece of your team, a very, very one of your top players, you're like, right, okay, we need to get in the equivalent or invest a little bit more and get an upgrade because a massive chunk of our team has just gone. Oh, no. We'll probably spend 150, 60 million in replacements trying to find the right one for him. I understand you got to make money and there's a transfer fee. It's the way it works in football. But I just do not understand. Whatever money he goes for, I'll be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Won't go back into the team. Sell to buy, remember? Sell to buy. And then we will not use the money to buy. So I get it that a transfer fee has to be agreed, but I don't get why we're going, it should be 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever it may be for XYZ player, because we don't get it. We don't get it. So if I think the one you got to look out at is do they upgrade the marble in the penthouse in the hotel, or buy brand new showers for the whole hotel?
The cheese room needs a new refrigerator to hold more cheese for those European nights.
And that good old Skywalk bar for the naming rights that's just sitting there doing nothing.
New mice for the cheese room.
Yeah, some more connoisseur mice for the cheese room.
Yeah.
It's what we need.
I have to say, what Angus has just put in, I heard yesterday. I will honestly, if Arsenal lose Skelly because he's not happy with his contract at the moment, blah blah blah, I will laugh. I will laugh.
It'd be funny.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, I don't think it is, Angus. I don't think it is.
Madrid just paid 10 million for Trent when they could have had him for nothing in 3 weeks. It's the Club World Cup. It sweetens that deal. At least they got something for him.
Not just that. Do you think it just shows the urgency that Real Madrid want him?
Yeah.
We want you there now. We want you embedded in the team and training with the team, not just turning up at the start. We want you here. You got the summer to settle in Madrid, find a place, blah, 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 blah. That's what real big teams do. Yeah. You've got our player. Yes, we can have him for free. What is £10 million to Real Madrid?
Nothing.
They'll make that in shirt sales on him alone.
Yeah.
It's a drop in the ocean to Real Madrid.
And I know Angus is really going to hate this. If Real Madrid want Miles Lewis-Skelly, they're going to have him. You've got nothing you can do about it. If they want Miles Lewis-Skelly, he will be a Real Madrid player tomorrow. If they put money on the table, he will run. Every player wants to play for Real Madrid. We have Jason Bell's in the house saying good morning,
Jay.
all. Good to hear, Jason. That is indeed a very good signing for you guys. Yeah, it is. It's so for money.
Exactly.
Do
you know what? You know what people are. What I think as well with Ryan Mason. I was about to say Real Madrid instead of Ryan Mason. If Ryan Mason does go to West Brom, not only do I think it's a good thing for Ryan, but I think it's a fantastic opportunity to get people like Mikey Moore, Jamie Donnelly, and some of the real ones. Maybe even my boy Alfie. Right, you go to the Championship for a season. You're going to be with Ryan, who knows them inside out and will use them. Obviously, Lancashire didn't have a very good loan there, but if Brian Mason is there or Davies at Birmingham, that's where I think Spurs should be looking at loaning players next season. If Mason takes West Brom, look at West Brom and Birmingham and say, right, youngsters, we're going to send you out. You're going to have a full season at the Championship.
Then Will Lancashire should go straight back to West Bromwich Albion.
Well, it all depends on, mate. Listen, I really want to see people know my love for Alfie. Alfie's done very well in Belgium. He did very well in pre-season last season. I think he's one of the stars of pre-season. He needs English football and he needs Championship level. He ain't League One level. He went to League One with Port Vale and he was absolutely tearing it up. He needs a constant loan or even a 6-month loan with a breakback clause. But Alfie needs to go to the Championship next season unless he stays with us, which I can't see with Champions League football.
I would love to do this, by the way. I would love to do this. I'd love to send Mikey Moore to Wolves for a season.
Do you know what? I was talking about it again with Ben yesterday. I went, Graham, I can't remember if I saw, yes, I did. I saw you in the pub at Wolves. It was the only game I went to all last season. The performance was shocking. One of the most shocking performances I've seen. But Ryan would have heard me say it, Wolves Fee would have said it. I loved Molineux Stadium. I absolutely loved it. I mean, we had great seats on the halfway line, right at the back so we could stand the whole game. But I actually loved the day trip, the walk to the stadium from the pub, Graham. The performance was shocking. Absolutely horrific. But I actually think Wolves are geniuses for making the whole stretch of one side the away end because it just stops any atmosphere being built in a section, a compact section. The performance was crap, but I've got a newfound appreciation for Wolves. I really do. I love that. I honestly do. I love that stadium. I loved it. It was an old Scott. Apart from that little cheese wedge at the end of behind the goal that's not covered, and if it pours down with rain, you're fucked. But I've got a soft spot. If any of our players went to Wolves, I would not have a problem with it. But I loved that day. Apart from the 90 minutes, I loved going down to Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
Up to Wolverhampton, shall I say?
Yeah. I like Wolves as a club, and we got a couple of really good friends in the chat that support Wolves. So I always want them to do well, and I really like Wolves' kit as well. I think they've got they've got a good. I like their kit. They're advancing 80 million release clause. Okay, so it's not 92 million.
Well, the only good thing about that, Angus, if you're going there, Tottenham, please. If Arsenal have gone that way, Bucharest is just sitting there for 65 mil.
Bum.
No, he can go for 65. He can go for the same amount of money that we actually paid for Solanke. And if Spurs are going to be serious this season, and if Richie's going to go or whatever, then you go get Gyökeres and you go get him quick. I have to say, Ryan, you said, Ryan, what is that all about? Did they extend that bit onto the stadium to develop it and just have I just don't
spokesman for Wolves Football Club.
mate, I Joe what, honestly,
Wanderers, if you want to pay us to support you.
No, do you know what? Honestly, I've been to I was with Graham for the 3-2 Leicester Bergwijn game, and that was just like the greatest away day ever. We drove up with Simeon, and God bless him, Grandpa. God bless that great man. May he rest in peace.
Absolutely.
Had a wonderful car journey up there. Yeah. It was the day after Graham, Ryan, and I had started the Levy Out training ground protesting. Levy Out was being sung and being mentioned at that game, and then literally the ending. And Leicester was brilliant, but Wolverhampton was it was the first time I'd been there. Hadn't been to the old Molineux either. And you go to stadiums all over the place. And you go, oh, that's a nice stadium. You go, that's a nice stadium. Sorry?
There's only been one Molineux.
No, there hasn't. No, there has not. They had old Molineux before this. They have moved from this ground. I'm telling you now. People, everything. It was not.
Imagine us having a domestic over bloody.
We will do. Ryan G. Ryan will know there was a Molineux before this one. Google it.
We're having a domestic over Molineux.
Google it. There was when Steve Ball
are going to give Mikey Moore a new contract after his 18th birthday in August and not loaning more out. Bergwijn will also be getting a new contract.
He signed a new. Adrian. Are you watching this back in March 2025?
Maybe.
Bergwijn signed the contract before he got injured.
He did.
Bergwijn, mate, you're going for Cardoso, so that's dead in the water. You're going for Bergwijn, he signed. Marios, they're not dead in the water. I will officially tell you, and they are not dead in the water. You just had to look at the end with the booze when it went out. I can tell you now, they're not dead in the water. The Crystal Palace one may have been disgustingly attended, which I was fuming, especially when people left early, when they wouldn't do anything for 10 minutes in the second half, but they have the right to go support the team. They are not dead. And if this window is a bust, which I think it will be once again, you'll see me in September. As simple as that.
But we will see. Are you looking at Molineux?
I'll get it up right now. When did Wolves move into there? When
I'm googling this.
Mate, I know I'm right.
Dudley Road.
Into the new stadium.
Brian, you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Molineux Stadium was built in 1889.
They moved. I'm telling you, they moved to a new stadium.
They moved to a stadium whilst Molineux was being built.
No. Where's Ryan? I need Ryan. That ground they're playing in is not.
There is Molyneux Stadium.
Where's Ryan? Ryan, come and save me. You're on Wikipedia of all things. Steve Ball did not play at that ground.
Built in 1889 and
Steve
renovated.
Ball did not play in that ground.
They have not moved, Brian.
Oh, there you go. If Ryan's saying it, maybe I'm wrong. Then I'll say if Ryan's saying it.
Yeah,
Maybe
Molyneux was built in 1889, Aki.
Yeah, I'm doing an Adrian. I'm watching this stream in 1889. I'm watching this before we were all born, and Molyneux, and before YouTube and streaming and computers, televisions. I'm a vision. Okay, Colin Cross-Amano's chipped in as well.
It was built on the old site.
So we're both right. I'm going from we're both right.
No, you're not, Brian.
Yeah, we are.
You're in the mud, mate.
Yeah, we are.
You're in the mud.
Oh, mate, do you know what? Two sayings I hate more than anything. It's like fingers down a chalkboard. Give him his flowers, and you're in the mud. Can we
change that? Can we? Can we say you're in? Give him his James. Give him his James.
I can't. Yeah, Kuba's right. Molyneux has a Steve. Yeah, but they have a Steve Ball stand in it. We should have one of our stands called the Bill Nicholson stand. Doesn't mean he managed in that stadium. But I take it. I take it back. I was wrong. Semi wrong. Half right.
Bill Nicholson Stadium, Brian.
It should be. It should be.
I don't think they're going to give him a second contract.
They're not going to give him a better contract within 2 months of a new. Oh, that word. That word. Mate. Do you know what? Craig said that word to me yesterday, and I've completely forgotten about that bloody word.
That's right. It's right.
Oh, that bloody. Especially when people go bomber and they go Timo Werner bomber. I'm like, uh-huh.
I wasn't even 100% sure, and I support them. Big up. Big up. What's Phil P saying? All right. Okay.
Mate, do you know what? Honestly, people know my feelings on this man. If Ange goes, Ange goes. If Ange stays, Ange stays. Absolutely fine. There's going to be a lot of controversy if we get Thomas Frank. But if it was to be Thomas Frank, I am going to be one happy man.
Leather jacket sales at Spurs will go through the roof. He does love a leather jacket, Thomas Frank.
I would be a very happy man. Graham, what would you be if we got Thomas Frank in?
I'm a Oliver Glasner man. I am.
No, but what do you think? I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, if Thomas Frank was to come in, my God, the levels of toxicity, because it won't be deemed like a Poch or a Xavi. My God, I think if we were to sack Frank and bring Thomas Frank in, I would go on We Are Tottenham TV and do my normal bit. I'd pre-record something on here, and I'd be on an even longer hiatus from Spurs YouTube, because my God, it will go insane. Big up, Gary. Exactly, mate. Enjoy the fucking celebration.
Enjoy it.
Bro, do you know what Ronnie has just said? We are in for James McAtee from City. Do you know the one I loved from City? I think was it O'Reilly? Was it O'Reilly who came on against Bournemouth? If we're looking at City youngsters, obviously take Rico Lewis and kind of those ones out. I really like O'Reilly. McAtee, I'm not. I think if we get a forward, we need to have the right forward in. But I really like that O'Reilly guy. I really like the look of that O'Reilly guy.
He's good.
But we just need to make the decision, don't we? We need to make the bloody decision.
Whatever you do, make the decision now.
It needs to be, because you look at it, June the 1st, the window opens. And it's obviously June the 1st, you have all the players that need to get clear players to get money on their accounts ends. Then, oh, wait a minute, Cantab, one sec, a couple of down, just Cantab, when it comes to the tactician, go. If you YouTube a day with Thomas Frank or anything along that line with Brentford, just go watch him behind the scenes, or go watch
Brilliant.
Brentford half-time and full-time team talks that Sky or Brentford have released.
He's a
He's
very
mate, you know
humble.
what? His standards, his desire, his way of getting the players behind him is absolutely phenomenal. What's Gary saying? Eze
and Buemo. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, mate. Well, from what I'm hearing here, obviously in Canada, is that David will go Napoli.
Yeah.
So all those years of wanting him, scouting him, interested, admiring the player, registering interest, monitoring the situation, all of that. The obvious one to wait till he's free, and then we lose him.
I'd love to have him Buemo at Spurs. And Buemo,
Mate, you know what? Danny Kiriaki was saying it for ages before anyone. And it's Buemo is a very, very, very good player. And the thing is, I was watching a thing on it. I think it's either Buemo or Wissa. They're on 25 grand a week.
Yeah.
25 grand a week. And yeah, Daniel, you know what it is as well? He's lost players like Ivan Toney, and they're like, oh no, they're damned. They're about to be screwed. They've lost people like Raya. They're about to lose Raya's replacement Flecken to Bayer Leverkusen, and the first thing they do is approach and I would have Kelleher at Tottenham over Kinski and push him. I think Kelleher is a phenomenal keeper. I think he's an absolute phenomenal keeper. Yeah, he starts next week, buddy. But you know what? I will say a big up to Vinay already, because all the Arsenal fans, and Angus is one of them. Every single Arsenal fan has a different view on him. Whether we've started this thing that we're on now, started since he left. A lot of other Arsenal fans say, do you know what? He was building it behind the scenes. Then he moved upstairs. But one thing every single Arsenal fan says to me is his fan engagement and appreciation of the fans is above and beyond anyone you can imagine. And you can see it since he's come with the flags, coordinating with the fan groups, everything. He has done a lot already. So I was very, very anti him because of the Arsenal links, but what he's doing fan-wise, can't
At the end of the day, he's an executive. He's not playing on the pitch.
This man, so it's Wissa on 25 then, Ryan. Well, that's what I was hearing, and I think it was on Sky Sports, but I don't know.
I hope he does make Levy more money. I want him to pay off that stadium as quickly as physically possible.
And the thing is, Angus, this is why, with him coming in, if he could make Levy more money and Paratici's there to spend that money, I'll take that combination all day long over Lange and Munn. All day long. So if it is to make more money, because everything goes back into the team, then
again,
we shall see.
We've said it. We want that stadium to be used and making money 365 days a week. As long as it is putting money into the football business and winning us things, because if we can make that an engine, let's use it. Exactly. Any day of the week. But unfortunately, it's time to end the show. We will be back next Monday for another episode of the Coffee Company, and whatever we're doing next week, we got a few things we've got to plan, and we will see what we can do. But Brian, when can we next find us on Tottenham on Tour?
Like I said, at the moment, I am we are, because I will not appear or watch any Spurs YouTube content until the announcement is made of what direction we're going in.
Yeah.
Or if a player's made, if there's any big news, Spurs, we will record something probably pre-recorded. Yeah. We won't be doing any live content at the moment because, like I said, one of the reasons I'm on the hiatus is just the abhorrent and vile things that I'm seeing in the chat aimed at people, whether they're on the camera or not, for whatever their views are. That's not what Tottenham on Tour is about. It never will be. So it'll be pre-recorded, any big news. But you won't see anything from Tottenham on Tour until either A, big news player-wise is done, or B, the announcement about Ange Postecoglou is made, because it's just horrible right now. And it's just, you start talking, it just becomes the same conversation. So we will be back, and we will be back in a big way, but it will be once we know what direction we're going in, rightly or wrongly, how people see it. But obviously, I'm exclusively only going to be seen on the coffee company until such time. And this is the thing. Do you know what? I will just say, this is the thing. Everyone on YouTube has got their right to do as many shows and as much content on whatever subjects they want. They're their channels. But it's just whenever, sometimes I look through and see people online and it's just the same discussion, just with different guests talking about the same thing. And then the chat gets absolutely swamped with just the hatred some people have over a football decision. I understand the gap in Levy out, Levy on the fence, Levy back in, whatever. I understand Ange out, blah blah blah. I understand not wanting a play, but this is football and it's just horrific at the moment, and I don't want any part of it. I don't want any part of it whatsoever. I'll be on here, and I always say to We Are Tottenham TV, if Simeon's ill or Ben's ill and they need someone, I will always be there for that, or we will, as you know, for that channel. I'm not even watching We Are Tottenham TV at the moment. I'm watching it afterwards when they clip bits, because I just don't want to see it. There's just so much. I basically, Ben, you start this stream and you start going European champion when you're saying hello to everyone, and that's what this should be at the moment.
Yeah.
If people listen to reggae music every morning, I listen to Budgie Banter and Walk Like a Champion.
Yeah.
I'm listening to all those because I am going to enjoy something that I haven't witnessed in I was 4 when we won it last time, and something we haven't witnessed for 17 years, and I'm going to enjoy the 17 years of not being able to celebrate something with a summer of celebrating something. So,
indeed,
as I said, once the decision is made, Tottenham on Tour will be back a lot more. But until then, don't expect to see us unless any big news comes on.
Yeah. But no, we don't ship coffee to the US, Sleepy Mocker. It's just too expensive for me. There are so many good coffee roasteries in the US you can support. I'd love to be able to, but the price of the coffee would be half the price of shipping it to the US. It'd just be too
I'll tell you
much
what we'll
money
do,
for you.
Ben. Every time, Sleepy Mocker, I don't know if we follow each other on social media, or even if you're on social media or whatever. But always when I'm coming back home, I always announce, like, I'm looking forward to coming back home. And this goes for Ian as well. When I'm coming back, obviously, people on this side of the pond can put your orders into Ben, and then I can bring it back to Canada, and then we can sort out postage from Canada to America a lot easier than Ben shipping it to this side of the pond. So
it's 30 quid to ship it. It's 30
exactly,
quid.
which it will be nothing like that when I come back home to Canada from England. So if anyone wants to put orders in when I'm going back to England, just keep an eye on this channel. Let put the order in for Ben, and then I'll bring it back to England, back to Canada, and we'll sort out postage personally then when I'm back.
Great stuff. But thank you all so much for watching today. Yes, you got to come, Zach. Yes, you got to come. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Catchphrase, Graham. He hasn't got one. What's the point? Okay, take it away with your catchphrase.
And as always, Levy out.
And as always, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, yes, what the cough is brewing. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore.